If you were the last chiropractor on earth, what would happen to chiropractor? Would it survive?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you were the last person who could share what chiropractic is, what would you say? So I wanted to talk tonight about love versus fear. And nothing I say tonight is original. Nothing I say is special or unique. You've probably heard it before, or it's come from someone else before. And let's also be clear that tonight shouldn't be about making celebrities out of each other. And I hope nobody's on the stage idolized that we're better than anyone else. Because we were all born from the same sperm and egg, with an innate intelligence, and we're all here today. There's nothing different about any one of you than any one of us. So I wanted to talk about love versus fear, and really bringing that to our patient care. So this last week has been probably one of the most challenging weeks I've ever had here. And just when I think it's going to get easier, it really doesn't. There's always a challenge. So I started to realize, at least this week, that whatever you project out to the world is what gets reflected back to you. And that's so just always present with our patients. And for those of you in clinic or those of you in practice, there's such a difference when you're with someone and they're on your table or your scanner, whatever. And there's a difference when you have that clarity and that love, rather than that fear, that guessing game with them. So I started school here just over 3 years ago. I didn't know one person in the Bay Area when I moved up here. Really got involved right away and didn't make any friends outside of these walls, which is great because everyone here is wonderful. But starting clinic I was afraid. I was totally fearful. I didn't know anyone outside of these walls. I was like, how the hell am I going to get 10 people to come in here and see me and trust me? It's a really scary thing. And then come to the realization that, whatever you project back is what you're going to get back. It made that process so much easier. And so I just taught a class the other day how to do a spinal screening. And there's all this fear around getting new patients and talking to people about chiropractic. They're not going to believe me. It's scary. It's scary. But you bought it. There was a time somewhere along the line that you bought it. To the Love Bomb Foundation. So why do we think other people are not going to believe us? Why is it so scary? We go to a spinal screening and we're like, people, they're not going to listen to me, they're going to think I'm crazy standing with the spine. Yeah, so what? So what? Do you have a love for chiropractic that's greater than your love for this person or that person to like me? I hope so. We had a guest speaker come into one of our senior classes, and he talked about, you might want to come change the world, but then there's reality. If we're not here to change the world, why the hell are we even here? That's an extremely dangerous message to give people about to go out to the world and practice chiropractic. If you don't want to change the world, that's fine. Stay in your bubble, but get the hell out of it. I'm kind of preaching to the choir because I'm sure each and every one of you sitting here thinks the same way. I think it's really important for us to overcome that fear of talking to patients and communicating with people. And believe me, when I first got into clinic, I felt like a blabbering idiot. You're born into this innate intelligence, and if your spine's out of alignment, then it's called a subluxation, and then your body can't adapt right, and then it's not about your symptoms, though. It's why you can't move your arm. You get it, right? Great. It's scary, but you have to do it. So I really want to encourage everyone that's especially not in clinic yet, or even if you are in clinic, start to develop more communication skills. What are you going to say to patients? Because, I mean, I still suck at a report of findings. It's still a learning experience. But when you go in there and do it for the first time, are you going to come from a place of fear or a place of love? So when you come from a place of fear, it sounds retarded. It sounds real dumb. I have a patient that somehow stuck around. And he was like, you know, when I first came in, you said a whole bunch of junk. I didn't get it. Luckily, he's had an aha moment since then. But it's all about like refining our communication skills and coming from that place of love, so it doesn't sound like a script, or it doesn't sound like you're scaring someone into getting care. It comes from a place of genuine care, that you love that person. We love chiropractic. We want to make a difference, not in that person's life, but in the world. So, where was I going with that? No, it's good in my head though. So I kind of wanted to just, I don't know, open it up for questions. I mean, yeah, go ahead.
So what did you do to move forward? What did you do about communication?
So one of the first things that kind of was like a punch in the gut was, and the question was, what did you do to move forward? And I remember taking part 1 boards, and I took the Irene Gold board reviews, and I sent Irene and D'Onofrio an email, and I was like, pass my boards, I'm so excited, these were my scores, they were really close to my goals, I did what you said, thank you so much. And Irene sends a message back, and she goes, board scores don't make you a good chiropractor. Learn how to adjust and learn how to communicate. And I was okay, board, never mind. So I think that was really a wake-up call. And, you know, we get so caught up in clinic in like the paperwork, and it's so hard. It's the CCE's fault, and it's the administration's fault, and it's the patients don't want to come in. We're not close to a BART station. That is so not true. That's a fear that's created in our minds, in our head. And if you think that way, get it out of your head right now. You have a love for this profession, people are going to feel that.
What did you do to help increase, you know, like, your ability to speak?
You just show up and do it. Second quarter, Talk the Tick came around. You sign up for it. Do not let your fear overcome your love for this profession. You show up, you sign up for stuff like that. There's nothing special about me or anyone else on the agenda tonight. There's nothing different. Everyone here has a voice, and everyone here has a brain. Just put it together. Sometimes there's some interference. Just the shit out of it. So I really don't think there's anything else I wanted to say. But, I hope I was able to give some service to someone. you know, guys sweat, girls glow. Very gradient tonight.